Data after delete. Meet John, a travel blogger from California. Currently, he is on a trip to France for an assignment where he is going to explore the renowned Museum of Paris, the Louvre. He ought to capture every glimpse of the spectacular museum. Thereupon, he occupies himself with clicking photographs for his journal that includes paragons by legends like Da Vinci, Eugène Delacroix, and others. After having some amazing clicks, he returns to his home. He feels too delighted and anxious as he can finally go through his captures and accumulate them into rich content for the audience. After going through and filtering the best pictures, data and notes, he clicks on the empty recycle bin to delete all the irrelevant photographs and notes from his laptop and camera. Suddenly, a question strikes him. What happens to the data after we press the delete button? Is it lost permanently? Or is there some other realm that we haven't explored? Before understanding what happens to the data after we delete it, let us first acknowledge what happens to the data before pressing the delete button. Let us explore the working behind a file allocation table. A file allocation table can be considered as a tabular structure where every data, be it a photograph, a video clip, a voice note, or a plain text, gets stored in a digital format. A FAT is analogous to a hard disk or memory storage. Every time we create data and save it, it is retained in the storage where it is assigned a pointer. These pointers are like identification numbers for that particular data. Thus, the operating system requires that specific reference or pointer for the data to access it every time you want to look at your data. Every data has its own pointer, which is unique. Now talking about what happens when we delete any data. Pressing the delete button means commanding the operating system that you no longer need that data in the future, and so the reference to the pointer gets deleted. So the data continues to exist in your storage. However, you can no longer access it. Now the question is, if the data still exists, why does the storage space increase after you have deleted any data? It is because once you have pressed the delete button, the operating system receives a message that the data is no longer required. The memory manager can then use that space to overwrite some other data in the future. Therefore, technically, the space is free to be used again, which is why your storage space increases. After deleting the data, John realized that he accidentally deleted some important files also. Now he is perplexed by this and worried about how he could retrieve the deleted data. What do you think? Is it possible to restore permanently deleted data? Well, the answer is both yes and no. We have already deleted the data from our storage. Factually, it takes the same amount of time to overwrite data on a storage device as the time to create data. For instance, the time taken to overwrite 8 GB data is the same as the time taken to generate and store 8 GB data. So if you want to retrieve recently deleted data, you have a fair chance of possibility. But if some time had already passed, you may or may not be able to restore your data. How do I restore my lost data? There are many advanced tools and software available in the e-market that would help you restore the deleted data yourself. Some of them are ESA's Data Recovery Wizard, Recuva Data Recovery, Disk Drill, Stellar Data Recovery, and others. You can also restore unlimited data of various file systems like NTFS, FAT32, etc. over different platforms. All of these come with a free trial and different pricing plans that you can check out and decide the best option. Do we get the data in the same format as it was originally? In practical application, computer storage consists of subparts called partitions. Files in these partitions may be stored either in a defragmented state, that is, parts of files are stored in a continuous form, one after another, or fragmented state. The parts are spread out around the disk in fragments. So, if your data was stored in defragmented or in contiguous blocks, you would recover the data as it was. But if your data was in the latter state, your files may get corrupted because the operating system loses information how to rearrange them again. Trivia time. Now let me tell you something fundamental. Do you know how to dispose of your storage devices and hard disks? Since by now you know that even if you delete all your data from your system, your storage device still contains raw information about you. So if you decide to get rid of your storage devices, please do not forget to erase your data and ensure that your private information is destroyed before you send it for e-recycling. Several software utilities like DBAN, Eraser for HDD devices, as well as Secure Erase Toolbox utilities from Intel, Kingston, Crucial and SanDisk are available. These programs overwrite your storage devices several times physically with random data, and thus your data is wiped. Statistics indicate that around 25% of all data breach incidents can be attributed to improper management and disposal of electronic wastes. Hard drives that are not properly erased before the computer is disposed of can be reopened, exposing sensitive information. Credit card numbers, private financial data, account information, and most willing individuals can access records of online transactions. You can be a victim of identity theft when your sensitive data is under siege, which is more than financial loss. One such instance is the Agbog Ploshi dump in Ghana's Accra, the most massive e-waste dump. Electronic waste from the West is dumped in this commercial market of Ghana's capital, resulting in not only toxic smoke for the residents, but also a prospering site for organized criminals. Classified secrets covered contracts with the Defense Intelligence Agency, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, and the Transportation Security Agency, which has resurfaced in the encrypted hard drives and wasted sales for the mere $40 in the dump market. So it is always better to responsibly destroy your data instead of being vulnerable to data thieves. You can always consider these measures by retrieving the deleted data or being cautious regarding online theft and misuse of your sensitive data. Be attentive and stay safe while using the electronic devices. We hope you found the video interesting and helpful. Share this video with your friends and don't forget to like the video to keep us motivated. Let us know any other measures you take to secure your data and what new facts you learned from this video in the comment section. Share this video with your friends so they can be cautious about their data and its sensitivity. And we'll see you in the next video with another interesting and mind-boggling content.